I'm a savage. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Oh my gosh, I can't get TikTok out of my freaking head. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing well and you know, surviving, thriving during quarantine. As you guys can tell from the title of this video is all going to be about being productive during lockdown, isolation, quarantine, whatever you want to call it. I've just got a bunch of really great tips for you guys out there, whether you're working from home, studying from home, training from home, whatever you're doing, and maybe you're just wanting to be a bit more productive with your time. This is a video for you. So let's just get straight into the video. It's gonna be super speedy. I've got a bunch of little tips and I hope that this is really helpful for you guys. So my first tip is to have some kind of structure to your day. Now, whether that means creating a timetable or some kind of format, for example, in the morning you're gonna do your work and then in the afternoon it's gonna be a free afternoon for you to do whatever you want to do. It'll give you that essence of motivation because you've got things to do and you know what you can be doing, and it just makes you feel more productive because you have stuff to do, if that makes sense. My second tip is to have a solid morning and evening routine. So maybe you want to carry on from your sixth form or your uni or your work kind of routines, then do that. If you have that solid routine, it gives you something to kind of fall back on, and something that, if it's something that you're used to doing, it just keeps that structure going and keeps that essence of flow going in your life. My third point, which is something that I think is so important and should probably be my first point, and that is, it is okay if your productivity doesn't look the same as other people's. It is okay if you being productive is simply getting out of bed, making your bed, and getting some breakfast. That is okay. Everybody has different levels of productivity, and it's okay if you don't do anything during this time. Never feel guilty. Like, I think one of the things that I found myself doing is, maybe I'll do like a whole video on this, I don't know, but so like I'm doing my full training. I've still been doing like most of it over Easter. And when I'm on a break, I'm having lunch or something, I'm on TikTok or I'm on Instagram and people are like, oh, I'm just doing a workout, or like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and then I feel really guilty. I'm like, oh, I'm not doing anything right now. But I'm like, you're literally doing like an 8-hour day, like stop, like you're on a break. Do you know what I mean? So don't compare your productivity to other people and don't feel guilty. You know, I think this time has really highlighted the impact of social media on us, because now everyone's stuck at home. All they're doing is posting about how like perfect their days are and stuff, but like it's okay if yours doesn't look like theirs, and that's fine. Like, don't compare yourself. I guess that's kind of what I wanted to say. Fourth tip, but it's kind of like a 3-in-1, is to make 3 different kinds of goals lists. Now, this is a bit of a weird one, so let me just bear with me. So the first one is to write a daily goals list. Maybe you want to do this first thing in the morning or the night before, so you get up and you know what you've got to do. But set yourself little tasks to do, whether that is having breakfast, getting ready, or maybe it is to write that essay or do that research or do that class or something. Write a list and be really intensive with those. I'd also suggest with these list things is you have to be really specific. Because you made it specific, you're more likely to get the task done, because you're not just like, what do I do? And then it makes it feel more structured, if that makes sense. And this also goes onto the second type of list, which is to make a weekly goals list. So things that aren't necessarily specific, but things that you want to do during that week. For example, if you want to make sure you work out, and write that on your weekly list. And then if you want to, you can go ahead and split your weekly things into days. And the third type of list I have is a long-term kind of plan, whereas the other two are more short-term options. So this is like a continuous goals thing that you're working on. So whether that is career, life, whatever, or if you want to literally set yourself a list of things that you want to achieve during quarantine season, or maybe your like 2020 goals or something, and you can work on those, and because you've kind of written your list of everything, you're more likely to be productive. And I think for me, I'm the type of person where I have to tick things off, and if that works for you, then this will probably really help you be productive. Have like a separate area / space kind of designated for you to do your work. And this goes specifically really for people who are working from home. For me, I'm literally using Space where I can work, where I have the space. But for example, if you're working from home, designate a desk or like a counter or something in your house, like maybe part of your kitchen table is your workspace, and that is all it is. Because when you have that line between like your area and then your area that you're working or studying, like maybe you're doing your uni work or your revision or something, it will give you that separation, if that makes sense. Like you will be able to get stuff done because you don't, it's kind of hard to explain. It's like the whole thing of like, people say don't do work on your bed because your bed has connotations of you sleeping, so like you're less likely to be productive. It's kind of one of those connotational things. Next thing I have, tip number 6, is to motivate yourself. How will you motivate yourself, might I add? You need to give your actions and your tasks meaning and intention. And so instead of just doing it because you wrote it down and you've got to do it, why are you doing it? So think about the meaning behind what you're doing. So for example, why do I need to work out? Well, I want to work out because I want to improve my strength and improve my fitness. Other things like, why do I need to stretch? Well, I want to stretch because I want to improve my flexibility. And whatever that looks like for you, for example, why do I need to revise? Because I want to revise for my exams or something. Or why do I need to write the essay? Because you want to pass first year at uni. Like, have the intentions behind what you're doing, because I think we always forget that without intention behind an action, like the action's kind of meaningless, like, and because you don't have that intention, you're less likely to want to do it, if that makes sense. Last thing I have is a kind of, I mean, I already said like the long-term list thing, but it's to write yourself a list of things that you want to achieve during quarantine, and then separately under each thing, write yourself kind of the process, like the how you're going to get to A to B. So that is basically all of my tips for being productive, keeping yourself busy and keeping yourself motivated during these uncertain times. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Click the bell next to it to get notified every time I upload. Also, let me know any videos you guys would like to see from my channel, and if this video was helpful, let me know, send it to a friend, or even if you have any other tips to add, go put them down there. I've also got a bunch of video ideas about, you know, self-love, spending time with yourself during this season. I've got some fun challenge videos, but if you do have anything you'd like to see, then let me know. Yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you've had a great week. Bye guys.